All right, I am here to show you a full walkthrough, playthrough of a game of Tapestry here on BoardGameArena. This is BoardGameArena. So what this is a long session, and I will make it a little bit nicer by having some background music. So Uh, basically, the music in the background is something I recorded 25 years ago. So the quality is what it is. There are errors, stuff like that. Never mind. It's just background. So, okay, what's going on here is I'll just turn it just a tiny notch down here. Um, this is a deep dive. So all my moves, all the opponent's moves, everything will be analyzed here. You will get my view on almost every move here. So, and I'll see if I can. Yeah. So this is Tapestry. Tapestry is not something I will explain. Tapestry, I can shortly say that Tapestry is a board game where you can where you try to develop a civilization by going up through some tracks. So if you don't know the game, I can really recommend it. It's a great game. So this is part of a tournament, a multiplayer knockout tournament, where the one ending up in the bottom is off the tournament. So it's basically a survival of the fittest kind of tournament type. Anyway, when you look at the opponents and me, just for the record, I'm 435 elo at this point. I was around 70th position in the world. I'm right now 67th of about 5 to 10,000 active players. Maybe there's only a few thousand active players, but I think I do a decent job. So the other players are not that experienced. So Fear No Equal is the highest rated. I don't know. I do think I know one of them. Rebel. I have played against him. Think. Anyway, not the point. The point being, I am by far the most experienced player, and I'm supposed to win this game, right? But when it comes to a 5-player game, there's nothing really obvious about who's gonna win or who's not gonna win. So basically, I will. Oh, hello. I just turned on the comments. Yeah. Thanks. Hey, you're average Australian. This is definitely not sim racing for now. So feel free to just log off again or keep following. But I'm going through a walkthrough of a Tapestry game I did, which is a board game. So it might be very boring. It might not be if you're into board games. So yeah, really couldn't tell. So okay, so I'm supposed to win here because I'm number 67 in the world at the current right now, at least. Everything just switches around sometimes. Okay, so I have two civilizations to it is 2 civilizations to choose from. I have inventors and I have merrymakers. Inventors is actually a great civ to have when you're playing 5 against 4 other players, because it means that I can take one of these inventions down here. These are inventions. Whenever the opponents have one of those, or I myself have one, I can upgrade it for like free. That's my bonus. And merrymakers, it's like more predictable. You can go up a track, and this is the first edition. There are various changes. There are various versions of this game also on BoardGameArena where I play it. This is the oldest, and it's not very good. So basically, I don't want it. So I go for the inventors. So this is a replay, so I can just forward one turn at a time. I can't really. It's not very advanced. There's nothing advanced about advanced replay features. So basically, now we have all chosen a civilization. I will go through it just quickly. Yeah. So my civilization is inventors. I can, when I go to income 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. This is income era 1, by the way. Income era 2, then I can take one of these small white tokens and put it on an invention card. If anybody has them, they will be placed out here to the right. Okay, it's not about explaining the rules of civilization, because that would be a totally different video tutorial, kinda. So advices. I don't want to go into too much detail, but basically they can exchange one of my Tapestry cards. So Tapestry cards is that this is the pile of Tapestry cards. They give you advantages. You play one at each era. So now I'm explaining a bit of the rules anyway, and it's very random what you're gonna get. But some are really good and some are really bad, or not doing anything good for you anyway. So they can actually, when I get one of those cards, they can exchange it for another that they have on their hand. So if they have a Tapestry that is not much worth, they can see what I get and they can just exchange it. So this version of Tapestry is with an expansion. So I can't remember, Plants and Ploys, I think it's called. This will have a lot of impact on the game. There are 26 civilization cards here. This is minus the 4 here, so 30 in total. In the original game, there was 12, I think. So this is a major expansion of 15 or something. This is a major expansion of what is possible to get as a civilization. So this is one from the expansion. This is another. The craftsmen are from the original, and the heralds also. So the renegades, you can basically exchange some benefits when you go up the tracks with the ones listed here, and I won't go through the symbolics, icons, and everything. It's really hard to learn to begin with, but then it makes sense. I can explain that the first you see is, instead of gaining when you go to an arrow like a level 1 here, that's a 1 and that's a 1 and stuff like that. You can say, hey, I don't want two territory tiles. Instead, I want a tapestry and a free building of my choice. That's the 4 colors to the left. Anyway, so that's basically it, and then they can advance more and more and get better, up to 20 VP. This is a VP. Okay, this is going to take a long time to go through, so I won't. But the craftsman gets a lot of resources really quickly, but they don't get to place on their capital mat. Well, they can, but then they waste their opportunity on the craftsman. So their victory point score, which is what determines who wins, is actually pretty challenging to play the craftsman, especially in well, maybe it's better to play it in a 5-player game instead of a 2-player game. Heralds, they have the advantage that they can choose a when played tapestry card from their neighbors. I think it's neighbors. Yeah, any opponent, I think it is. So they can just choose freely from a when played tapestry card. We'll get back to that. Anyway, let's get moving. So, okay. So we all get cards and bonuses and stuff like that. So right now it's just like we get the basic stuff here. It's not really interesting. I'm unsure why it's just basic setup right now. So he's playing He's playing a Tapestry card here. So he's just preparing one that he can use for later. That's basically it. So now I get my card soon. Yes. So I get an invention, not an invention, a Tapestry card that I can play, and that's the circle benefit. When I gain an invention, I get, like, say if I gain this dynamite, then I will get a conquest action, which is putting down a piece of one of my outposts on the map. So that's a free bonus, kind of. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, no more comments. Ready. Okay, so yes, he's the first. He goes up the technology track to T1 and he gains one of these, and that's actually very good for me, because upgrading that to the square level will give him a house, and if I put one of my tokens on it, it's not an income building, then I will also get that. If I can upgrade it for him, he will get the bonus and I will get it too, the benefit, and then I will take over this card eventually. So yeah, so another one comes down here, and let's just move on. This is going to be a long game. So red moves up here. Fear no equal. That's this guy. He chooses this instead of getting 2 territory tiles, which is absolutely perfect for him. So that's great for him. He chooses a market and places it. Yeah, basically you start by placing here, then you start by placing there, and then you can fill out a capital, square mat, or a district it's called. And when you fill out a district, you get a free resource. And resources is all what this game is about. So, let's see, what did he do? Oh yeah, so that's actually not supposed to happen, I think. I'm not sure if I should know that by now. But Yathay because this guy is getting a Tapestry card, then he will switch. Yathay has the possibility to switch it with another one. He gives out a bad one. This is a bad card. This is one of the worst Tapestry cards in my book. Anyway, he can get 4 VP for every track where you are the furthest advanced. So if you say you are here and the other are here, you get 4 points for that, and so on for the rest. So basically a good ending score is 300 VP or something, 250 maybe in 5-player games. So it's really not that much, but every point counts. Every victory point counts. Okay, so now it's 35 minutes ago's turn. Yeah, that's kind of weird. He invents also, so that's good. That's I don't want to talk about every move. And basically, this is there going up the tech track. And then here comes one of the more interesting buildings, inventions. There's a house on this one. So basically, if you go down this track, you will be able to repeat it whenever there's a circle or an upgrade, and this is activated. And Tapestry all comes down to getting rid of all these houses, placing them on your mat, combining them with the landmarks down here to get a full capital mat and as much score as possible. There are different ways to do that, but a very secure one is getting rid of placing all these buildings, income buildings. Okay, so average Australian, are you still with me at all? Because I really do understand if you're not. And if you do have questions, you can ask them if you are still watching. I sincerely doubt you are watching, because this is oh, you're okay, you're there. Okay, but it's really for like nerdy Tapestry players. This I don't think I have a great audience here, so not you, but I mean in general, right? Not many would like to, but I think it's fun to go through. Okay, let's see what Rebel does. Rebel should not go up the track here. There are this track, the science track is it's all about getting ahead of the others on the tracks because you get landmarks whenever you reach a new level. Level 2 gives you the apothecary yeah, well, I've always have trouble pronouncing that. Sorry. No. I'm just saying that this is for people who are very interested in Tapestry. Do you know Tapestry at all? I mean, it's a great game. I can really recommend it. But anyway, okay. So he should go up science track. He should go up military track. One of the two. And yeah, let's see what he does. He doesn't. So Rebel, because people not that experienced have a tendency to think they can race a track just by following the others, but they can't really. Craftsmen can, because they can get another resource, so they can keep it up. So anyway, that's fine. He gets paper. So everybody now has took the obvious invention. So okay, so he can upgrade and gain a house, and that's fine. That's very good for him. So now comes an interesting invention here. This purple means that you can get a civilization. When I saw that, I was like, okay, inventors are supposed to go up the tech track, but everybody is going up the tech track. It makes no sense to go up the tech track. But seeing this card and knowing that I have inventors, normally you would only be able to gain the civilization. This is the civilization deck. You could only gain this when somebody has one of your neighbors, that is, and my neighbors, I'm white, so either purple or green has to reach, or myself has to reach science 10. That's very late game. You can reach science 10. When I say 10, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, but I have inventors, so I get to upgrade 2 times when I go to income era, which means I can upgrade once, gain 3 VP, victory points, and upgrade once more. And already in era 2, I will have another civilization. That's so cool. So now it's my turn. And of course, I choose the civilization card. So I really just love this start. This is a great beginning of the game. But nothing is decided yet. I can get a crappy civilization or something like that. Okay, so Yethe keeps on moving. Now we're kind of like, okay, if you start racing a track, you need to finish it. So let's just... He's getting a tapestry, and let's see. Yes, he will not. He cannot switch out the tapestry cards. He has one of the more challenging capital mats mat cards here. It's hard to fill it out completely, but it's not as bad as this desert. It's really hard to fill this one out. This is better grassland, and I have the optimal. This is one of the best to fill out completely. Still hard in a 5-player game because you need a lot of landmarks. Okay, so fear no equal. He also moves up to... It's very strange way to play, I think. But he really does that. So he moves up, he gets an invention. So he chooses one where he can conquest. That's fine, that's also good. And here comes one that is also a good one, a printing press, where you can override a tapestry card. Basically, you get to play another tapestry cards, which can be great. Okay, so 35 minutes ago, he now takes a different choice and goes up the military track. And he goes for the middle island, which is 10 points. So he needs to explore a bit before he can do that, but that's an okay move. Although he gets a question mark here, so he doesn't get any resources, but he gets 6 points. So that's basically the only option, because on printed map tiles have no resource icon or anything. So okay, let's move on. There are a lot of turns in this game, but it will get more exciting than this. Okay, so Rebel moves up, and yeah, Rebel may apply the bonus. Yeah. And Rebel, let's see, he gets a tapestry. However, we do not know the tapestry yet. We shouldn't know this one either, so that's an error here in the replay. But it doesn't matter. So Rebel, he doesn't want a market here, so that's a bonus here. That's a market. You should always go for the buildings, except late game. If you really know how to play the game, then you can skip out a few buildings if you can income buildings if you know what you're doing, right? So okay, so now it's my turn. I go. Yeah, let's see what I do. Yeah. Okay, so I go up the science track. I was a bit like, should I chase them or should I not? But I can see I really don't have much resources. I had 3, so I should know that I couldn't get to T4 being one of the last players, I think I was. So I go up the science track and try to claim it, which means I get to roll the dice and go to military 1 if I like, and I think I do. Yes. So now I'm actually competing on 2 separate tracks, the military track and the science track. So it's all about getting ahead of the others. Oh yeah, I can't press the button, sorry about that. Okay, so yes, I moves up, and that's predictable. Although this is kind of like when you're the first player of your neighbors, that is, to go to an era, then you get a bonus resource. You can see a small resource icon here. That's a resource icon. You can you gain 2 for the next era and 3 for the final and 4th era, final active era. That's era 4. Era 5 is just an income era where you determine points, so on. So okay, so he moves up here and he should be taking a market, and he does that, but it really doesn't give him anything. He should place it here, I think, but he doesn't. That's fine. That's also a good place to put it down. So okay, so fear no equal, he moves up here. He goes up the exploration track. That's very good. So now he's pretty secure on this track for now. And he gets to explore, and he can only explore next to these controlled territories, which is just his starting position. And he gets he gets 2 points for that. That's fine. And a resource. The resource is shown on the map tile. So 35 minutes, moves up and tries to attack me on this track. And he also gets to go to military 1. No, military 2 actually. That's yellow. So he's in front of me now. But problem for him is that he doesn't get this armory or barracks. Can't remember. It's called barracks, armory. Anyway, I think it's called armory because this is barracks. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. He doesn't get that, and he doesn't get a tapestry card. A tapestry card is really useful for this track because you get 10 points for giving away 3 tapestry cards when you get to military 11. So I can recommend not going to military 2, even though you get it for free. Yeah. So that's also basically an error. That's a mistake, not an error. That's a mistake. So we've seen a few mistakes from these not so experienced players for now, which is of course good for me. So Rebel moves onward, just locking in. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Hope I didn't offend you before. I think it was just for fun you wrote that, but anyway. So okay, so he's just moving up and trying to contest the track here. That's fine. He also gains a market, and it doesn't really make sense, but fine. And he puts it down here. That's fine. Okay, let's move on. So now it's my turn again. So I have the choice of going into era, but I have only this one. So do I want to use it here, or do I not want to use it? I think because I'm white, yellow can overtake me. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I will go to science 2. I should go to science 2. So I get a tapestry card, and he Yethel here, Yethel. I call him Yethel, but I think it's called Yethai. Yethai. All right. He's from what? China? No, something. Hong Kong. Okay, sorry. So it's probably pronounced otherwise in a different way. He switches my tapestry to a very bad one. Yeah. That means I can't move up. It's not a bad one actually, because people go. If my is it my neighbors? This time any opponent. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. So if everybody is trying to conquer this military track, I get 3 points every time they move. So let's say 3 players are moving up here and getting 3 each, then that would be 27 points for me. So it's actually pretty overpowered. A little OP card if it's yeah, in some scenarios, right? So yeah, I put down my last and I get one of these that will be placed here. The house will be placed here. So okay, so now it's Jethai, yeah, and he goes to area 2 as the first. So he gets a coin. He chooses a coin. You can choose a free resource, and since Jethai is my neighbor, I get nothing, right? So that's basically not very good. I should have gone into era at that point, but that's the way it is. So he gains some VP as part of the civilization stuff deal here. So that's basically his power. And he discards a tapestry. That's also part of the deal. And then he gains 1 worker. Oh yeah, he gets an extra resource for that. Yeah, it's a really powerful. Okay. So he plays alliance. Alliance, that means that you get you can't attack each other, but you can if somebody is upgrading, you will get the benefit as well as they do. So he puts it down on, let's see, players with rebel. So green is like here, and next time he will get an invention. And also he will go to invention doesn't matter, but the upgrades does, and he will go to error, and then he will get at least one good thing from rebel green, so he will get a farm. That's a good choice. So he upgrades that and gets a tapestry card, which is this icon. Yes. Okay, so he gets income now. So he goes to era with 7 resources. That's great. 7 resources, pretty okay. It's around 8 when you go to era 2. Going to era 2 with 8 resources is by far the best. So Fear No Equal moves into this one to gain level 1. I call it E3, exploration 3, and he will of course choose the farm. Yeah, so he places it down here, and that's also correct according to my my decision making. That is as correct as putting it here. So all those closed in spaces is very good to fill up. Okay, so he needs to go to era 2, 35 minutes, and he does so, and he needs to upgrade, and he will get a food for that, and then he just goes into era. That's fine. Let's see what he's. Yeah, 35 minutes. That's fine. It's nothing really. Okay, so rebel. He needs to go into era or take income. So he moves up here, and he gets to go to exploration 1 because he rolls the dice and gets the exploration track here. So he goes further on here. So that's basically the best setup you can get, the best outcome you can get. If you go to science 1, you roll this dice. I can roll it, it's fun. I can also roll these. Yeah, much fun. Yeah, grabbing some food, that's fine. I'll be here by definitely when if you're back, because this will take a couple of hours, I think. Okay, so the best combo is getting to Science 1 and then rolling this one and getting Exploration and going to Exploration 1. Okay, fine. So now it's my turn again. I need to upgrade, and of course I will upgrade this one. I put this one. I could have gotten this one. I should probably... This is also very alluring, but I do this because then I can, for free, when it has this token, I can just upgrade it. And I am a bit surprised about myself here, because I play this at I cannot advance on the military track. Yeah, okay. So, and I hope they will contest each other or attack each other on this track. So, I am upgrading, and now I already get a civilization, but I get to discard it, because that you can do with this one. If you gain, you see in the bottom part of the text, if you gain the civilization in the middle of the game, you may discard it. So I could maybe have used it, but I will discard it. And then I get Riverfolk, which I also will discard. And then I get Utilitarians, which I cannot discard, and I have no landmarks to choose from, because this is, you can pause, I don't know really, but I won't go through all of them, but this has to do with landmarks, so getting landmarks is pretty important for this to work. But I cannot choose another one, so this is not great for me, but it's okay. It's, yeah. So I'm not very impressed. Also, you can see I go to Arrow with 5 resources compared to the 7 here. That's so, and 6 here. That's, I'm not in a good position. That's just, I'm really not in a good position. Okay, so Yethai, he moves on to T4, and he gets to position. He will place, I don't know where he places it actually. Okay, he places it there, the lighthouse. Not the lighthouse, that's not a lighthouse. That's the forge, sorry. The forge, he places it here, 2 by 2. That's the first landmark to be placed. That's great. Okay, so he's inventing because that's what he's supposed to do. And does he, let's see, he takes, yeah, that's also a good card to take. Here he will probably, he has the opportunity to remove all 3 and redraw them, and he will. Okay, so there's a house there and a farm. That's very good, and this is some good tapestry cards. Also, that one is a good one for me. That would be nice. Okay, let's move on. Fear No Equal. He goes to military 1. See, I get 3 VP for that. That's great. Already getting some bonus from that. And he will also try to attack the middle part here. And he gets a worker. That's this one. Okay, so 35 minutes. He also moves up, and I get 3 VP more. I like it. I like it. Okay, so he positions a barracks here. I can choose from conquest or barracks. So that's far. He puts it on his mat, which he should do. So he gets a resource for that. Okay, Rebel goes into Arrow 2, and Rebel he can use. Let's see what he does. Okay, he puts it down on. I'm actually unsure. Rebel, he has the heralds, so he should put down. I can't see the marker anywhere. He said Age of Wonders. Age of Wonders. Oh, he just, never mind. Did he skip? Yeah, he declines to use the herald's ability. Okay, so that's another mistake. I don't really know. But anyway, he plays this Age of Wonders, so he gets a resource. and because he doesn't have the most, so basically he either gets resources and VP or only VP or only resources. So it's basically a good card anyhow, and he gets one resource for that. That's fine. So he updates and gets the house, yeah, which he will place here. I think I have to go up and down here. Yeah, he places it as predicted. So okay, so this is moving on, and he chooses he goes to area 2 with 7 resources. So what? Now it's my turn. I can't move up the military track, and let's see. I am unsure whether why I am already at T1. That must have been this. No, why am I at T1 anyway? Let's not focus on that. I go to science 3 and take the farm. No, the farm, the house, which I will place. I should place it here. Yeah, and I do. Okay. So next up is Yesai, and he goes to T5, which is great for him. He gets a free building, income building, and he can upgrade. And I think he will upgrade, because then he will get one more building. So you can see now it's filled out a district. He gets to choose a coin. Well, he can choose freely, but that's a coin for him. And then he can upgrade. He pays to upgrade, gets another house. That's so awesome for him. And right now this is not good for me. I mean, I'm seeing this stuff and I'm going like, I'm not gonna win anything here. I will have to watch out not being the last. So fear no equal. He has 1 resource here. He goes to income turn 2, which is not that great because he doesn't get any bonus for that. So he should have just used the last one. He should. Nah, he's fine. He shouldn't. That's good for him. Okay, so red gets to upgrade and he gets a conquest action, and he takes the secure choice, of course, and he should do that. He gets the food for that if he chooses to. He chooses to, yes. And then he gets resources and stuff like that. So he goes into Area 2 with none less than 8 resources. Nonetheless, exactly 8 resources, which is the recommended amount. So I'm still not very comfortable here. So now yellow moves up, and he gets a tapestry, and he puts it on his mat, gains the house and stuff like that. It's fine. So rebel, he will go further up to T6. No, that was the yellow. He goes to T4, of course. He still tries to contest the track. He tries to get ahead, but it's, yeah. So he will invent the farm. I think that's called ammonia. He should do that, and he does. And also, Rebel has already, he's really ahead on, you see, 5 income buildings. I have only 2 here, and 2 there. So right now, Yasai is moving along quickly. That's really awesome for him. Okay, so I have to go to the next, and I do. So I can now position it here and get a resource. And I choose science. Choose a worker. Yeah, I do choose a worker, and I put this barracks. I can now put a token into one of these, and I put it into an empty slot. I can't really choose anything, but that means that from now on, let's see, that is the apothecary. I can't really pronounce it. So that's basically number 7 there. So when if I get here and I get a landmark, I will get an extra resource. That's nice. Okay. So yes, he chooses to exchange that tapestry card I got here with another one, and it's not a great one, that's for sure. So thank you for that, yes. So I'm really being he's not really exchanging tapestry cards with other people than me, and I think he sees that I'm the highest elo, I'm the highest ranked player. So yeah. Okay, so Yathai, he moves on to as expected T6. He gets a single point for only having a single control territory. No, that's sorry, he gets a single point, but that's because he has only one armory. I always confuse myself with this one. This is 1 VP for each territory you control, and this is 1 VP for each armory that you have removed from your board, or removed from your income board. Anyway, income mat, it's called. Yeah. And he must place it. Yes, he does so expectedly. And he pays to gain another. And he will choose the culture and armory. He should choose that one. And he does. Okay. So, fear no equal. He has a lot of choices here. He can, I don't know really. He should go to maybe exploration 4. And he does do that. And he places it there, he gets a resource, and he chooses a food. Yeah, he does. You can see the log over here. That's my go-to when I need to refresh what's happened. So are you back Australian, or are you still eating and not coming back, or just asking for fun? Because it's really nice to know if I'm talking to myself, which I really did expect. I don't really expect anyone to follow along here. I'm mostly doing it for the fun of it, just because I think this is a great game, not just Tapestry, but this specific game is very, very good. Okay, so Fear no equal, he will be exploring. Did he get any? No, he just has culture tiles. So he goes for this one, which is good for me, because that should mean that he goes on the attack towards the middle island. Okay, so 35 minutes. He's going up. Okay, he goes further up the tick track, and I don't really think he should. Did he not? He did. He should have got. I don't know. Another mistake. He should have gone to military 4, I think. He cancels that move. Yeah, but you cannot do that. You cannot do that when you have drawn a tapestry. If you don't drawn something that you cannot go back on, then it's just too bad. So he claims 1 market and puts it down. Where did he put it? Not there. No, we're down here. Okay, yeah, he puts it on his mat. So he gains an invention. I would grab it from, I don't know, maybe this one. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't take that one. He grabs, this one with where you can repeat it, but only if you get to Space Shuttle 10. This is end game stuff, so he can't really use this invention for anything. But now they are really bad choices here. They're not very good. Okay, so Rebel. What will Rebel do here? I'm really unsure. Let's just watch. Okay, he goes to T5, which is actually a great option, because you get a free building, basically. And he chooses a farm, which makes sense because it's his first, so he's guaranteed a resource when he goes to income era. When he takes his income, I mean. So he puts it, yeah, that's also fine. That's also fine. He puts it there on his capital mat. So now we're in the middle of era 2. So yes, I may place a structure. He went to, he upgrades, let's see, Rebel advances. Yeah, okay, so he gets basically, because this guy upgraded, he also gets the same benefit. So that's good for him. He right now he has gotten like 2 buildings. He's like, he could win this game, and he's the lowest rated player. That's really great for him. So let's keep an eye on him. Now it's my turn. I don't really want to go to science 5 because I can't go up the military track, so I have only technology or exploration to go on, and there are no landmarks to get because everybody is so far ahead. And yeah, so I'm pretty unsure what I'm supposed to do here. So what I decide instead of this is so say, okay, I don't want any more advances of this. It gave me 6 points, so it was a bad choice for a card. And I go to income era, income in era 3, and I'm the first to do that, so I get to. I mean, I do it before Yathai, who would do it as the next option. He couldn't do anything else, so now I get 2 resources that he doesn't get, and that Rebel doesn't get, which is very good. So I choose a worker and a coin, and now I can choose one of the other technologies. I don't have one myself, so I need to gain something. Yeah, and I place it on this one, and that means I get a culture, and I will get this card when it reaches the top level. However, I could not upgrade. I cannot upgrade anything because I have no tapestry card, no invention card. So that's bad. It's especially when you're inventors. So this is horrific start for me. So I play this where I get the circle benefit. That's nice. So now I need to pursue the technology track, and I get resources. So I go into era 3 with 11 resources. That's basically, you want to get 12 or more, I think. And I get this. I mean, this is so bad. My tapestry cards are frustrating me. They're very bad. I'm just telling you that up front. They are very bad. I didn't get the civilization I'd hoped for. Everything seems really not very awesome. So Yathai, he goes on to, okay, he spreads out because, no, actually it's only a second. It's actually very good. He gets to go to military 1 if he likes, but he starts going up the science track, and it's a combo. Like the tech and the science is a combo, and the military exploration is a combo. So basically, if you go up here, the tech track, you will also should go up the science track. That's the rule of thumb, at least. So Yathai, he can advance, and he does do so because it's basically free. It's not much you are losing out on, so that's fine. So Fear No Equal, he goes up the military track, gets a okay, he gives plea for 8. That's nice for him. So he exchanged. Yathai used his ability and exchanged the tapestry card. Yeah. So either way, he gets to place he should place it here, or maybe here. So he places it. Okay, he pays for it and he places it there. Yeah. So basically, he's following. He's good. He's a good player. So now 35 minutes goes up the track. He's on 1 here. He's on 1 here. He's on 5 here. He's not moving up here. It's like, okay, he's choosing tech and exploration, maybe. I'm not sure, but he gets some. Let's see if there are anything valuable here. No, track map tiles is pretty standard right now. The good map tiles have income buildings on them. Everybody wants those. So, seeing that, yeah, yellow is actually, that was yellow before. Yeah, great. So I did make a mistake there. Yellow is like spreading out on all the tracks, which is not good. Rebel, he goes to T6, tries to get to T7 before anybody else. He cannot do that unless... Yeah, maybe he can do that. I'm not sure. No, he cannot do it, but still, Rebel or Yethai could have a tapestry that says like dictatorship, where you can force yourself to, or age of science or something, can't remember, where you can actually just move forward. Anyway, let's go on. Rebel, he gets a market and places it. Yeah, he places it down here. It's a hard mat for him to fill out. And then does he pay? He declines the bonus. He doesn't pay, and I understand completely. Okay, so my turn. I want to go up the... I will go to track to check 2. Get a tapestry card, and will it be exchanged? Yes. He gives me a very good card, which is Age of Discovery, where I can roll a dice and move up that track, whatever it is. Everybody else has to also move up, but doesn't really get anything from it. So basically a good era 4. I'm already in era 3, so yeah, right now I'm still like, okay, how am I supposed to even get anywhere with this game? Okay, so yeah, he draws 1 tapestry. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, sure. And I can get a... Yeah, I pay for the market and I position it there to the right of the capital mat. And when I say what I do, it's not like I remember what I did. Most of the times I do not remember. But I really know what I'm gonna do. I can predict I should be able to predict what I will do myself, of course. Anyway, Yethai moves to era 3, and he gets some points, and he gets a resource. That's a nice civilization like that. I think it's hard to play. And then this is he chooses... That's good. He chooses a lot of tapestry cards, and then he can discard some. So that's actually, for this civilization, that's a good democracy. Is a very good tapestry card. And he draws, and then he discards 2, so he gets 4 VP. That's not much, but he gets 3 new tapestry cards, which can be very good for him. So he has a very good choice in era 4. Well, anyway, he upgrades this one and gets a tapestry more, and that's fine, but he doesn't get any resources. So he goes to era 3 with 10 resources. That's not too much, though. Okay, so fear no equal. Where are you? You are at E4. You should probably go to military 3. And he does. And here, you should take a market. But I think he will take the conquest. No. He does take the market. Not the market, the armory. Sorry about that. So he places down here, so he soon will have 2 full districts and soon can get some capital score, which is not great still. It's not much he will get. Yellow is having 2. He has 2 left. I will probably go to exploration 2 if I were him. He doesn't. He goes... Oh, no, of course he should go to military 4. Sorry about that. So that red does not go there. Okay, so he places structure. Yeah, he places... let's see, he has to place the barracks. He really doesn't have much. I would place it here down there. Let's see where he places it. He does do that. Okay. So Rebel. He has not much of a choice here. He could go to military 1. Probably should. He doesn't. No, okay, he can go to... that's fine. That's fine. I didn't look around all the way. He goes and explores, and he will explore probably the food. Yes, the food, and gets 3 points for that. That's nice. Declines a bonus. Of course, don't pay for Tapestry cards. Don't ever pay for Tapestry cards unless you have a very good reason to do so. So I'm up. I need to pursue the tech track. So I keep that in mind. And right now I'm like, should I go for this or should I go for my ability here, getting the circle bone benefit? I would say I should go for the market. And I go for the market, which should be put here. If you can watch, yeah, and I do. Yes, he should go to G7, and he does do that. He gets to place this awesome Rubberworks. I think it's called Rubberworks, right? Yeah, Rubberworks. It's the most awesome landmark in the game. Fills out a lot of his capital map. So he's really positioned to win this game. He's also in front with the VP score. Doesn't really matter though. Okay, so he can choose a benefit. So he will probably refresh the pile of inventions, and he does do that. Remember that when I go through this replay, I haven't I pay really a lot of attention to what the other players are doing. Right? I don't do that while I'm in game. I focus mostly on my turns and what I should do and maybe what affects me if I do stuff like that, and try to predict what the others will do. But here I go into detail on whether they make mistakes and stuff like that. So he will choose the concrete, that's for sure, and he should also choose transistors if nothing is good. He can choose 2. So he will go for the market, yeah. Now comes another one. Yeah, and here it's basically you should go for transistors. But he doesn't. He goes for the landmark. For this position, perhaps. I understand. I really do understand. So that's fine. Also because I have the ability to upgrade the other. Yeah. Anyway. So. Fear no equal. Must move forward. He also attacks on the military track, places a structure. What did I do? He does what? Claims 1 armory. Why does he claim it? Oh, I didn't. No, wait up. I need to I need to understand what's going on here, because he goes here. That doesn't give him anything. So fear no equal. Oh, he chooses no. I'm pretty not. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that. That's he has played revision as his tapestry card, and if he gets to this landmark position and the landmark is already taken, then he gets an armory for that. So he gets an armory. Yeah, that's fine. He gets an armory. He gets a worker, and he gets VP for number of tiles, which is 1. Yeah, not much. So what is? Oh yeah, and then instead of getting that, he chooses to go up a track here, so he gets to roll the dice and he gets an invention. And he gets to go further on the military track, and of course he will do that. That's very good. That's pretty lucky. So he places the structure. He places it down here, that's for sure. And he gets to pick a resource, and what does he do with that? He picks a culture, of course he does, because then that will make him go to military 6 at some point. Then he's conquering, and he will go towards the middle island. Yes, and he gets a bonus, which is a culture more. Good for him. Okay, and he invents the warships, which is fine for him also. Nice, very nice. I'm really good. I'm great. I'm glad I didn't really watch it, because it's a bad game for me, really. It really is. So 35 minutes, walks up the track. He gets a structure here, he places it. Let's see. He puts it on his capital mats. yeah, he gets a worker. Yeah, so he gets a resource for that. Rebel should probably go to, okay, of course he goes and takes the market, which means that he gets to secure another resource for him. That's nice. And he puts it, yeah, he puts it, so he's starting to, you have to make like squares and rectangular shapes, so no closed-in spaces should remain, and then you fill it out with landmarks, but it's hard to do in a 5-player game. Okay. So now it's me. I go to Tech 4, of course. I don't. I go up here because that's just the person I am. I should have gone to T4 because then I could use this one. Anyway, I don't, and I have moved up the exploration. So great. So this is very bad for me. I hoped to get the get to T4, so I could save 2 resources and gain 1 and stuff like that. So basically, I choose to pay 2 Tapestry cards to gain 5 VP. I do that. So now Yathai, he gets to choose what he does. He goes up further on the T track, technology track, and that's I don't understand that. He also will gain a market, place it there, I think, and he will choose a coin. Yes. And he also, yeah, he gets 4 VP for having taken all 4 markets. And he upgrades the technology. So now he can overplay his Tapestry card, and he does that with trade economy, where he can choose one of your neighbors, I think. It's an opponent. An opponent. Any track you can gain, so he's probably choosing my track. I'm just what? No, he probably chooses military 5 or science 5. So what does he take? He chooses mine, and he rolls the dice, and he saves 3 resources and goes to tech 9. Oh my god, Yathai is really doing great here. So he can now choose a benefit and upgrade, or in reverse order. And he will upgrade this one, concrete, and he will take the culture. So let's see what he does. He takes the culture and he upgrades the market, and he positions the market in one of these 2 positions. Yes. And he does this, basically, maybe he does it so that if he gains another civilization and gains architects, then this will count as 2 points instead of 1 when counting the capital mat score. Advanced feature, I don't want to go into that right now. He probably won't anyway. So fear no equal, he goes further up the military track. Yeah. And he conquers the middle island, but he only gets 6 VP plus the 10 VP though, because there are no resources on a printed map tile. So that's awesome. Okay, good for him. However, let's see, yeah, and he so 16 points, right? That's a lot of points. And he does pay for the bonus, which is an armory, and he should put it here. Okay, let's see. Okay, no, okay, he's, yeah. Okay, so he hasn't gotten to the armory yet. Yeah, now he has. Okay. So exploitation, he gives exploitation to him, yes. Fear no equal must place a structure, yeah, and he will place it there. No doubt about that. Yep, sure. Okay, so this is really not going my way in any way. Had a perfect start with this inventors and invention kind of combo, but not for now. So nothing to do but keep on playing, and 35 minutes goes on, and explorers probably the coin or the food. No. Yo, yeah, he does. So that's the coin, and yeah, I don't know. Now he opens up for red to attack him or take this one. That's I wouldn't have done that. I would put it here maybe. Yeah, maybe even down here or over there. I don't know. So Rebel, he has to go to Intuera, and he's Heralds. Now I think he places a Herald count on Age of Wonders. So it's basically the same as before, and he gets 2 resources for that. So 1 food and 2 food, and he plays Mercantilism, which is okay. Yeah, I can't press it. Wasn't authorized. Doesn't matter. You can convert it, and if you convert it, then you get some 2 VP. He can do that 3 times, so he can get 6 VP, but doesn't make sense if he wants to go on the exploration track. It really doesn't, but he can use it to gain to go further on the tech track. Okay, so yeah, he let's see, does he not sure if he did. I don't know if it did do that. Anyway, we will not dwell on that. I will just check if okay, that will more music is coming up, and to be fair, it's just my own music recorded 25 years ago, as I mentioned to begin with. So it's just some piano music. It's playing in the background. I hope it's okay. Rebel is done, and he starts the Era 3 with 10 resources. And I'm soon to finish Era 3. That's not good for me. I don't really know how to survive this game. So, what do I do now? I go to T4. I need to go to T4, and I do that. I will. Maybe I take this one. I think I do. No, I refresh it and hope for the best. Good luck with that. Good, so now comes along an interesting one. That's the assembly line. When I grab this, I will be able to, because of my Tapestry card, I will be able to perform the square of one of my cards, and surely I can do that. So now I can gain another civilization. So, first turn of the game, okay? First turn of the game. So now I get to choose a civilization, and I get historians. So this is basically, and I mean it, this is basically the turning point of the game. What happens is this overpowered thing. The historians, when you gain it middle of the game in this version of Tapestry, like this specific version, then you get to hand out tokens, these white tokens, to everybody, and that means whenever they get a landmark, so if they go to Science 7, Military 7, so on, they will hand me 6 VP and a culture, no, not a culture, a food and a worker. Every time somebody does that, I gain 6 VP and I get 2 resources. And just take a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 landmarks remain. Even if I take these 2, then that would be 5 times 6. That's 30 victory points. And that's 10 resources for me for free, for doing nothing. So overpowered. So I'm happy here. I'm like, okay, maybe I still have a chance. So, okay, so Yathai, he moves on to mathematics, and that's fine. He's saying, okay, I have secured tech track. Now I should probably go up the science track, and he should do that. So that's good. He gets a tapestry and a house, which he puts down here, and he will take another worker, I think. No, he takes a coin. just to make sure he can go up the track. That's, yeah, okay, maybe that's good. Maybe that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Now he can go to T11. At least T11. Fear no equal. He will probably go up the exploration track. No? No, okay, he will go up here, so of course. So he goes to military 7 and secures this one and another resource, because this is the revisionism. So when you get to an unclaimed landmark, you also get a resource. That's nice. Okay, so he can now place this also kind of overpowered building. He places the tank factories. It's a tank. Yeah, it's a tank factory. Yeah, tank factory. He places there, gets a resource for that. That's nice. So he chooses a food, and now I get 3 VP. I get 3 VP, and I get a food and a worker. So thank you for that. Okay, Fear no equal is conquering, because that's what you're supposed to do there. And he will of course go for that one. And he only gets to choose between one, because if there had been an opponent here, then this says that you will get both benefits. So he would have gotten 6 points and a culture, even though he would have maybe lost if the other player were putting down a trap card, playing a trap card. So okay, Fear no equal. He gains a culture, so he's really far up the military track. That's nice. All right, so 35 minutes. He can go to science 3. He can go to exploration 3. Science 3 doesn't make it. Science. He should go to exploration 3, and he does do that. And he should take a market. A farm. Yeah, sorry. And he just do that, and he claims it. He puts it down here on the Tapestry, I think. Yeah, Tapestry. Okay, so that's nice. Rebel. He has a lot of resources. He should probably go to exploration 4, I think. Yeah. And Rebel, he's exploring. He's probably just dancing around his own stuff here. Gets 3 points and a culture. Nice for him. Okay, so basically I also want to gain the most of this card, and that would be by going up here to T6. So I'm going for that, which means I will get a house. I choose a house, and I position it here, if you can watch that. Yes, I do. And I will upgrade. Yes, I will. I think I will upgrade. I will upgrade. I will pay a worker to upgrade, get the square, and then get another civilization. And let's see what kind of civilization I get. This is also another turning point, right? Because I get infiltrators. Infiltrators is not by themselves such a great civilization. I mean, you gain a culture for that. It says start with 1 culture. And then I can position something. I can position it. I can get a benefit from a map tile. That's basically it. But I can also gain some VP for placing it on the, let's say, this territory here with the purple. Then I will get 8 points because of the outpost he has not placed. And by far the most overpowered thing for me is that whenever, that's the last part of the text, whenever you would gain a new civilization, draw 3 and keep 1, right? So if I can gain any more civilizations, I get to choose from 3 different ones. So if one is bad and the other is bad, the third is probably good. Okay, that's fine. That's great. So can I do that? Can I gain more civilizations? Yeah, if I were to repeat that one, I would be able to. Well, how can I repeat that one? Oh, I can do that here. And I can repeat that one by going back again and up again and stuff like that. When I get to take 11, if I do that, I can get the square. That's also one. And maybe I can use a repeat and get another one. So how many civilizations can I reach? I will not tell you right now, but I can definitely tell you that it's more than this. And on the YouTube version, I will tell you in advance in the title. So yeah, okay, but it's a lot. It's a lot for me to gain this infiltrators. So yes, he should probably be moving to T10, and he does so. He has, let's see, yeah, he has to put it down somewhere. He will probably put it down here. I would do that, but he doesn't. He puts it up there, and that's fine because then he gets some more capital mat score when he goes to income era. But right now he doesn't get any resources from that. Also, he's not far up the science track, so he gets 2 and 1, so it's only 3 points for that. While as I get 6 points and 2 resources. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Fear no equal. He might go to either this Conquest Anywhere or the Exploration 5. I would go to Exploration 5, and he does so. And he gets 6 VP for a number of control tiles. And let's see, he can pay to get a farm, and he should do that. Yeah, he should do that. And he places a structure, and he does so well here. So it's all lining up for him, sort of. So 35 minutes. He's going to income 3 now. And he upgrades the technology. Let's see, where is he? He upgraded, yeah, he upgraded this one, so he can get, but that's only when somebody's going to T10, that's an exploration 10, that's a long time. Okay, so basically that's it for him. Then it comes Rebel. He needs to choose. I think he should go for Exploration 5. He does do that. He doesn't really get anything from that. He gets a farm. Let's see. He declined the bonus? What is he doing? What is he doing? He declined the bonus. He declined the farm. Okay, that's a major mistake. Major mistake. That would have given him 7 points and the possibility to gain another resource here. Not the possibility, he would gain another resource. Wow, that was some error. Okay, I go to steel 6, tech 6. Yeah, I cancel my move. Yeah, okay. But this is the correct choice anyway. I get to position 1. I think I position it here. Maybe here. No. Okay, so I start to fill out this one. Because I can see that I can get the academy and fill out this one and get 2 resources. And an extra resource because of the utilitarians, which gets me 1 more resource. Anyway, of course I will pay, and I will pay a food, I think. Yeah, I pay a food. And I invent this one, of course, irrigation. And I get the food for that. Yes, because of my Tapestry card, which has gotten me a civilization. It has gotten me a food. I don't know. It has actually gotten me two civilizations, kind of. Yeah. No. Actually, just 1. Anyway. Yes, he needs to move on here, I think. And he does. So now he has to upgrade. Let's see what he can do. He should take, depending on his Tapestry cards, he might overplay it, or else he will just take a house, probably. He should take a house if he takes anything, and he can repeat it he can gain an armory, and then I will get this card. You will see. So he chooses to overplay. He chooses to overplay a Tapestry card, and he does that with the Dystopia, and he should have taken this one, I think, but he doesn't. He takes the train station, which is this one on military. No, train station. This one, sorry. Which is also a very good landmark, but he can put it down here. That's very nice. And then he gets 1 resource for that. That's very nice. That's very nice. Try to look at his capital mat. It's almost filled out soon. It's very good. And I get, yeah, I'm so happy. I get 6 VP and I get even more resources. I mean, I got that historians at the perfectly timed. Yeah, I have another Tapestry game currently where I also got the historians, but have played it really poorly, and yeah, I have missed out on resources and lots of stuff. Not good. Anyway, this is a different game. This is this game, and yes, he can upgrade. Let's see what is he doing actually. He's going here, and now he can upgrade, and he will upgrade the market. No, he will. No, don't get it. Oh, he doesn't want to give me that one. Yeah, I think that's pretty correct of him, also because he doesn't really gain anything from it. And he discards 3. He discards. Oh, so I don't get the. Oh my God, I don't get that. I do get it because he wants to. He doesn't want me to get it, but still, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, Yathai, you're really a good opponent here. Yeah, I mean, I can't. I would say 119 is too little. That's too. He's way more experienced than I would guess. So somebody you can of course be low elo ranked and have a lot of experience, just not on BoardGameArena with this game. So basically that can be it. Okay, so fear no equal. He may choose a resource. So he plays a Tapestry card. Yeah, okay, we're still in his. Yes, and he's late to science, and he's late to technology. So he gets 4 VP and 2 resources. That's very nice. So he gets 2 culture. So he's basically going for the military track, it seems. Yeah, but he goes into era 3 with a lot of resources. 12, nice. Oh, let's see, ends income turn, yes. So 35 minutes. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? He's spread all over the. I don't really know what. I mean, should probably go to military 5 or something. No. Okay, that's kind of random. That's kind of random. But also he has the wartime economy. That's a great one. That's a great one. So he can gain 2. He will get the bonus for free if it costs him anything. So he will go to tech 6. Probably so, and maybe go up the exploration track. But you should never spread out on all 4 tracks. It's almost never a good idea. Okay, so he draws 3 new inventions, and he takes the anesthesia, which gives him the possibility to upgrade and get an armory. Yes, that's fine. So rebel. What are your choices? You go to exploration 6. And you do what? You put it down on. I don't know. I don't know. I think I would put it down here on this isolated spot. Let's see what he does. He doesn't. He puts it very randomly there. That's awesome, I think. So he's exploring. Of course he's exploring. He's exploring the last thing he can explore. And that's nice. Okay, so now it's my turn. And I still... I'm very mad at myself for not keeping a coin more. Because I could go to T7. and then I would gain the benefit of 2 invention cards. So I'm pretty annoyed with myself here. So right now I take the chance. I think I take the chance and go to science 6, and instead of choosing, which you should always do, choose the farm, I will choose the research dice, and let's see what happens. Okay. No, I choose the house, but doesn't I place it? Okay. I thought I would take the research dice and hope to roll this one. That's a mistake. I mean, I would probably not be that lucky, but if I were that lucky, that would save me 3 resources, and it would have gained me like 2 so 5 resources I could have gotten. So that's a mistake. That's a mistake for me. 25% chance is not much, but it's something. I mean, I do it because I do not have any like this one. I don't have any houses. If I had a house as an invention card, I could forego it, but this, I need this one. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was an error or a mistake or what, but anyway, Yathai, he moves on here. He gets a he wants to combine these two, and I do get it. He's pretty straightforward in that way. So he places a farm over, not a farm, a house over here, so he can soon have it filled out. That's very nice. That's very nice. Fear no equal. He should be continuing to military 7. What should he attack? One of these 3. He doesn't. He goes to safety. He doesn't want to be attacked. So maybe he has a trap card, maybe he doesn't. I'm not sure. And he chooses 7 points because he can get nothing from the other. So not so lucky. Not so lucky. There's a third chance. You can see here that 2 of 6 has a question mark. So it's 1/3 chance. Yeah. Okay. So 35 minutes ago. He's up next, and he is doing what? He's just all over the place. Okay, he will go to Tech 5. He should go to Tech 5. Yeah, so he gets now a house and a free upgrade. And the upgrade will be the armory. So he places a farm and an armory. Yeah, places a farm and an armory, and he places it. Let's see. On his mat, capital mat. Yeah, sure. So now he can upgrade again. And he can only upgrade the 7 VP card here, so he gets 7 VP. So Rebel is now moving on to Rubber 7. And probably will do a refresh. So now I can see if I had done that and came to Tech 7, I would have upgraded this, and then I would have gotten this card. But you can never tell, right? So he will go for this one. If I am not... Yeah, he might go for it. Yeah, he doesn't. That's really okay. It's also a good one. This one is a good one. Yeah, but still. Yeah, okay. I don't know. He should... Yeah, now he took the right one anyway. That's nice. Okay. So now it's my turn again. I will probably not want to go to Science 7 unless I have a good track I can repeat. And I do not have that at the moment. Maybe... No, it's not a good... I think I cannot go to Tech 7. I think actually I'm going into error right now. I would go into error 4 just before Yathai, which he will go to error 4, so of course I go into error 4. Yes. And I get 3 coins. I really want to pursue this track. And now I can actually switch to infiltrators, where I can choose what to do. Or I can use my inventors. So inventors, I will take this card. I will upgrade it. He will get a bonus. I will get a bonus. and I will get to keep the card. So what do I do? Okay, so I chose to switch civilization to an infiltrators, put down a token here, and gain 8. So it gains 8 VP. Place a token to gain 8 VP. Yeah. So I gain 8 VP. Now I do that what I just said before, going up and upgrading lithium ion. And he must decide, and he decides to claim 1 farm. So he decides to repeat that one. That's fine for him. And I get to repeat track 6. No, I don't. I get to repeat this one, and this time I will take the science. And ta-da! I roll, and I get this one. I'm sorry to say that I cannot use this one now. So anyway, I save 3 resources by going up here, and I will refresh the pile, the invention 3 invention cards here, and then I will choose, let's see, I will choose this one, concrete, so I can gain the market. And I will choose this one, I think, but depending on what comes up. Yeah, so I will choose this one. Yes. And I don't get to the benefit. That's only an error 2. So I'm really, yeah, that would have been a nice one to get. Anyway, you must invent. Yes, I will invent. And I will invent the concrete. Oh, now, no, okay, we're just still in the invention phase here. Yeah. Yeah, because I get to, let's see. Yeah, and then I got the lithium ion. Yeah. And now I must play a Tapestry card, and I will choose Age of Research. Age of Discovery. And I roll a dice, and what do I get? This is the 3rd or 4th turning point of the game, right? This is what defines this game for me. I get to roll technology. That means I save 3 resources. I go to T8 and gain this one, which this market, which gets me another resource. Not only that, I force everybody else 1 step up, right? So red 1 up, yellow 1 up, green 1 up. He doesn't get the bonus. They don't get the bonuses all. Let's see here. Purple, my arch enemy. He gets to T12. He would normally have gotten 4 resources by spending 2, which is a surplus of 2. And then he would get to put himself somewhere on a new track. He doesn't get to do that. I robbed that opportunity from him. So see here. I go to tech. I must place a structure. I do that, and that's next here, and I can upgrade, and of course I will do that. I'm struggling here with myself. Should I get the last? I mean, that will get me 10 VP, but resources are more important than VP. So what do? I do that. But that gets me another resource. So I get to get I'm unsure. Yes, I choose a culture instead of science, instead of a worker, because I need 7 here, but I will get to 7 because I have 4 in income, so I will get to 7 here. Anyway, now comes the fun part. Everybody is going. He does gain the advantage of getting first to last to end of track and getting 15 VP. However, he doesn't get any other bonuses, so he stays there. He's stuck there. That's very nice for me, not for him. And now I get to upgrade, and I will probably upgrade the irrigation. Yeah. And I go to area 4 with, 18, if I can count correctly, 18 resources. That is okay. Everything above, let's say 15, is probably fine, but I have this advantage that I have historians, so I have still a lot of resources to come. See, I have 2 4, 6, 8, and I count this one with me because this will give me 2 plus 1 extra, so I will get 3 for getting that one, and not 6 VP, but not by historians, but 6 VP because I have 2, 4, 6. I have 3 of these capital math scores, and that will fill out 2 rows for me. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. So it's basically the same as the historians. Not as much here on the neuroscience 10, but that's okay. Okay, AI viewers, go away with that. I will just report it. Let's see if I can block. Not block. Let's see. Oh, it's gone. Anyway, let's go back to the game. Okay. Yeah, that was my so going into era. This is a very good point for me. I'm starting to see the end game here. Era 4 is always the end game. So Yathai is also entering the end game. Fear No Equal is not. 35 minutes ago is not. Rebel is soon. So I'm starting to think that Rebel is not a competitor that will win over me. He will not gain more than me. 35 minutes, I'm unsure. Fear No Equal, I'm unsure. Yathai, I'm starting to see that I might be able to beat him. So Yathai is gaining some points here, and he's gaining a resource and stuff like that. And then he plays Espionage, which is a very powerful card to play. So Espionage means you got the ability to replicate any Tapestry card here. That's so crazy, but it has to be a when played. No, it's actually not has to be. It's just you put it up, you put it like overwrite your Tapestry card with this one. I would say that Dystopia could be a great one, getting that one, but that would give me the resources anyway. And he can't really use it. He could use it up here, maybe down here. So Age of Discovery is another one, and Plea for Aid. There's a lot to choose from. Could also be Wartime Economy. Let's see what he chooses. So he chooses Age of Wonders to gain 12 VP. That is by far one of the worst things he could do, because yeah, he gets 12 VP, but he doesn't get 2 resources, right? So yeah, he gets he gets ahead a bit, but not by much. And then he gets to upgrade, and there's not much to choose from. So he goes into era 4 with none less than 12 resources. That's not a lot. So basically I have way more resources than he has. So I'm starting to think, okay, he has 30 more VP, but I will get VP from this, I will get VP from that, I will get VP maybe from this one. So I'm not so afraid of that. So Fear No Equal, he moves up to military, gains some bonuses here. He advances on renegades instead of taking the bonus. And that's fine, because he had already all his armories, so that's nice. So now he goes to this one where he can get both an exploration, a conquest, and an upgrade. So he cannot upgrade this one though, because nobody has reached it, so he can only upgrade this. That will give him 6 points. But he gets to conquest and do all sort of exciting things. Yeah, so he that's a very nice one. Very nice, very nice. So now see, he's like 8 resources before he goes into era 4. Actually, he can go into era 4. No, he won't get anything. Right now, it's only yellow that can go into era 4 and get some resources. Because we are 2 going into era 4 soon, and none of his neighbors are entering yet era 4. So that's some advanced rules stuff here. 35 minutes goes up and spreads out on the track again. I really don't understand, but I think it's to get... No, he wouldn't get... He should have gone to the exploration, I think. Yeah, but anyway. He pays food for that, and yeah, okay. I'm not agreeing with him. He should go up the exploration track. So he places a structure. No. No. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, yeah, he placed it on his mat. And he gets to roll the dice, and that means he goes to science 4, which is great for him. And he gets a tapestry card, and he yeah, that's nice. And it seems that Yathay is done using his ability soon. Okay, so Rebel is moving up the military track, and I can't really argue with that. He has a lot to conquest here, and he can't really use this one unless he has access to some tiles. Okay. So he's conquering that one and gaining a culture, not a culture, a worker for that. So it's my turn now. So what do? Of course I go to Tech 9, because then I can get a circle benefit, which I can use to gain a square benefit, which I can use to get a civilization. Let's see how that goes, shall we? So I get to choose from these three civilizations. Okay, so the Merrymakers I will not use, because it would only give me 5 VP basically, because when I go to area next time I can't use any resources. Map tile, territory tile doesn't really make sense. So that's out of the question. Next one up is militants, which would be great if I was already up a lot going on here, if I were up the military track. But still, it would maybe gain me some resources in Era 5 that I cannot use, and maybe up to 10 VP. However, Aliens gets to draw 4 space tiles, and if I haven't used that ability yet, when I go to Area 5, I can explore one of them. That's more interesting for me. So militants could have been, but Aliens is what I choose. So now I can upgrade a technology. I think I will upgrade the lithium ion. Yeah. And what, let's see. Yeah. So now it's Yathay. Yathay should be doing what exactly? Yeah, I think he should go up the military track. He doesn't. He goes up the science track, and he gets Tapestry, stuff like that. Fear no equal. I think he's starting to see Yathay now that there's really no purpose anymore to his game, because yeah, I think the it's not good for him. It's not good for him. I think he has realized that, but I'm not sure. Okay, so fear no equal. He should go to military 10, and he does so. He places a structure. He places it rather correctly, I'd say. Maybe you could argue he should place it there. He gets a resource anyway. And I get nice resources. So see, I'm now at 8 science, 8 worker. Yeah, 8 workers. That's the max. You can see it here. I can't get any more. So I really need to be careful nobody goes into somewhere where they can get one of these. I can get the academy myself, but that would mean that I had used one to go ahead, so that's fine. Okay. So I must make sure nobody's getting another landmark, then that would be a waste. That's what I'm experiencing in my current game, another board game table. There I have spent like 2 or 3 resources maxing out and not gaining those. Okay, so fear no equal must play a tapestry card. Yeah. Fear no equal. May choose our resources. Yeah, and he plays what? He places... okay, he's just gets a resource. That's one of the not so good Tapestry cards. Okay, 35 minutes ago, he goes to Cavalry. That's fine. That's very nice. Yeah, places a structure, stuff like that. He will place it down here. That's no big deal. But still, he has the wartime economy. He places on his mat, of course. Yeah, but he has the wartime economy, and it's very strange. He can go there. Yes, it's just I do not agree with that. Now he gets to conquer and he attacks, and he gets to take that one. And does he play a trap card? He does not. Fear no equal plays no trap card. So he knows now, that makes sense now why he's doing this. He can attack the central island, except if red gets another tapestry and it's a trap card. So that's exciting. For yellow, that is. Which is, he's still in era 3. Most people are. Rebel moves up. He's now going for the military track, it seems, instead of going for... Yeah, that's nice also, that's fine. So he pays to position. He declines the bonus? Okay. So Rebel has made a few mistakes, not using his Hera's ability, not gaining the barracks. Yeah, okay. So, this is one of the classic problems here. When you are playing the tech track, when you get to go to tech 10, you would only rush to tech 10 to gain the landmark, which is currently, of course, not available. So there's no rush for me to get there. I get VP for military track progress and science progress. So I will get 7 points. S6, science 6, and military 1. That's 7 points. That's not a lot. But of course I won't do that. Of course I will want to go to academic research, gain the academy, and get to repeat this track. So now I get to position my academy. I get to choose 2 resources. I will not choose a worker. I choose 2 cultures because I'm also trying to get a bit upper and bit ahead on this track, because then I can get more points from this one. So I will get an extra resource, which is also gonna be a culture. No, a food. Okay. And now I can move it into the empty spot. I have 2 spots, and I do that, and which means that I, whenever I advance on the science track, I gain 4 VP. You can see it down by the academy. Whenever you advance on tiers 3 and 4, gain 4 VP. So that means 4, 8, 12, 16 points, 20 if I go there, and even more if this gets me to push over, push myself off a track. So that's potentially a lot of VP, right? So now I can repeat this one. Electronics, and I will do that. I will repeat the circle. I will repeat the square. I will repeat getting a civilization. So the 6th civilization is coming up, and I have 2 great to choose from. Nomads is not something I want to use. It's not for me. I could do it, but I'm not great with nomads, so I won't do that. Anyway, spies is like totally overpowered, and Tinkerers too. Tinkerers is great as a starting civ, and is also great to gain in the middle, but it's like you need to play the game like you need to predict a lot of stuff, and here it's not really what I want to do. I want to use spies here because then I can choose freely from gaining a benefits of some kind. From a tapestry card, a space card, something. I did do one mistake here. So I chose the spies. And I expected that I could choose from anywhere, anything here, but it says clearly, loud and clearly, your neighbors. So this means it will be only for green or purple. So Yethai or Rebel, that's the only ones I can repeat or gain benefits from. Okay, so I may now upgrade. I tried to upgrade this one, Lithium Ion, so I could repeat a track and then repeat this one. But there is a rule here in Tapestry, which was not it was not there to begin with, but you cannot repeat the benefit of a track you already used. So basically, if I upgrade this one, I can't get this. I can't use this one. I can't use this one. So I probably try to. It doesn't say here, but so that means I upgrade something else and I get a resource. And see, I've been in Era 4 for some time now, and I still have 18 resources. It just keeps on building. That's kind of a pattern you will see. So yes, he moves up the science track and he rolls the dice and he gets to military 2, which is not totally great, but it's better than hitting the tech track, which would get him nowhere. And he applies the bonus and he sets down the armory up here at the top left, and he gets a resource for that. Nice. And then fear no equal. What do you do? What do you do when they come for you? They what should he do? He should go to exploration 6, or he should go to, let's see. Yeah, doesn't really matter. I think he should go for military 11. Yeah, and he does do that. He does what? He does what? Oh! Instead of gaining 2 VP and maybe 10 VP for getting rid of all his cards, which leaves him open to attack all the way through, which he was to begin with, he chooses to advance to this one and get 20 points. I understand that. So that's nice. He gets to 114 points. Still in Era 3. That's very impressive. Getting to above 100 points in Era 3 is very impressive. So now I'm starting to fear no equal. Yeah, pun intended, kinda. 35 minutes he goes on here. He gets the free bonus as far as I remember. Yeah, wartime economy. So now he will attack the central island and gain a food. He was lucky. And also next time he can attack this one and get both dice rolls. Alright. So fear no equal has not gotten a trap card, and we know that because he hasn't really done anything to get one. He couldn't do anything to get one. Okay. So he gets to conquest 2 opponents. That gets him 15 points and gets to be the second on the central island, which gets him 5 points. So that's 20 points. So that's nice. Very nice. Okay, so he also does what? Yeah, he gains a free structure, of course. And yellow. He puts it probably on the map tile. I'm not sure. No, he puts it here. Yeah, he can soon get a resource. Well played. It's very well played. Okay, so Rebel is now. He should go to military 3, and he does do that. He's not very fond of grabbing armories, but I think he should do it, and he does. And he places it, here, and he's not gonna get a lot of points here in this game. Okay, so I won't go to military, to Tech 10, or to Tech 10 yet. Now I will try to move up either science. It doesn't really matter if I go military or science. I think I go science. Yeah. So I gain 4 points for doing that. Also, I get to position 1 here, and that's kind of. I think I will probably put it here. No, I put it there. That's fine. No big deal. I have a lot of time to go on. So Yathai moves up here and he chooses a structure which gives him the second last, which means he doesn't really get the last one because he cannot get to the last house. That's too bad for him. He puts it down here, of course. Gets a resource. I think he takes a worker, right? Yeah. Okay, so now fear no equal. What do? You go to military 12 and you gain a civ first. Always take the civ first. And what does it do? He gets architects. So now he gets to move around a bit, but it's not that good for him. He gains some points, but he's really doesn't have much capital score. So he just moves around. He wants to cancel. I'm sorry, but when you just drew a civilization, you cannot do anything else. So he's like lining it up as good as he can. But that's a bad civilization for him to get. Okay, so he attacks, he conquests this one, and he gets benefits of both, and that's nice for him. But he's being pressured a bit here. So 35 minutes goes to era 4, and he can do nothing else really. Cancel almost? Yeah. He's first to era because nobody else has gotten there, not red or green. So that's nice for him. He upgrades the technology to yellow. Yeah, nothing good. He gets 4 BP for that, and that's fine. So he goes into era 4 with 15 resources. That's nice. That's very nice. So he also, now everybody, or except for Rebel, has still more resources than me. But you can see Yathai's, I had not that many resources. But Fear No Equal is still further ahead and is still not in era 3. It's still in era 3. Okay, so Rebel, he is forcing everybody up the tech track. No, the military track, the tech track, the military track. So everybody is going up the track, which means, sorry to say, yellow, you don't get to attack red, and doesn't really matter. But you save 3 resources though, so I don't get the armory here. That's sad for me, but so that's the deal. And he plays a tapestry card. He plays dictatorship. Oh, nice. Dictatorship, rebel. That means you get to choose a track, and everybody must not move there, but you can move it. There, you move one, and he takes the tech track. So he moves up here. Nobody else can move for the next turn, and then you can start moving again. But it has no consequence for me, so that's fine. So Rebel has to now repeat. He can get the last farm, and he can upgrade whatever he likes. So what does he choose? He chooses preferably the farm. He should take the farm. Just do that. And where should he place it? There, and get a resource. And he does do that, and he gets a coin, so he can get to the end of the track. That would be nice for him. Also, if he can, also he can select an advancement clocks. Okay, so clocks. So here he says no to, let's see, 5 points. That's fine. To save 2 resources. That's nice. So yeah. So he upgrades the technology now, and that was he upgrades air conditioning. Which was that? Okay, yeah, so he gets a resource there. And yeah, so he goes into era 4 with 13 resources. That's not too shabby at all. So now the only one remaining in era 3 is Fear No Equal. Okay, so we are now at my turn. I can't go to Tech 10. I can go to Physics 9, but that wouldn't make sense. So I go towards 3. Or I go to rafts 2. Probably rafts 2. Nope. Yeah, I canceled my move. I think I went to I think I just did that just to make sure I can get an armory. That's I mean, I get more points for the further ahead I am at the military track. So if I'm forced to go at some point there, that makes sense for me. This one should probably go up here. No, here, yeah. Yes. So capital scores. Yeah, doesn't really matter too much. So Yathai, what do? You go for this one. One thing I could say here, right, is that if he had gone here, I'm not sure if this will be able to do so, but if he goes here, he can repeat a track, and if he repeats this track, he should get four resources. And get to place the marker somewhere else. I really didn't think of that. So let's see. Right now he's gone to scouting 1, which is kind of weird. But he gets an armory here. That's nice. Maybe he's trying to get one of the map tiles that says there's only one. That says the house. That's that one. So he couldn't get it anyway. All right. So Fiona equal. What do you do when they come for you? You go 2. You should be able to go to exploration 6. And you should do that to gain another resource for sure. Yeah. So he gets a resource and places it. He places it there or there. Goes, yeah, up there. That's fine. I wouldn't have placed it there, but still, I would have placed it in the bottom of the row. Anyway, here he's exploring. Yeah, he has a lot of room here. Yes, that's nice. 5 points. Nice. 35 minutes ago, he is doing what exactly? He's played a trap card here as gets him 10 VP. Anyway, I'm not sure what he's supposed to do. I will probably go science 5. Yeah, and then roll the dice and get to science 6. That's also nice. And he may choose a benefit. Now let's see his choices. He really can't use that one. I mean, doesn't really get him much. I would roll again, and he does. Now he gets to exploration 4. That's actually good. He actually gains a resource from that. So now he can. What did he get? What did he get? Nothing special. So he's exploring. He's doing what? Oh, he puts down an exploration tile that makes him explore. Really? So that means he goes to. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I would. That's nice, but that's nice. It's really nice because he saves 3 resources there, or 2 at least. Yeah. So nice, and he gets the bonus for what? Bonus? Let's see. Discards 2 cards. Discards 2 cards. I'm not sure what the bonus is here. Oh yeah, that was the bonus from Science 5. He got 5 VP for throwing out to discard 2 Tapestry cards. So Rebel moves up. And Rebel, where are you? You get to upgrade, and then you can choose. So you can get 2 houses, or you get to get 2 of these, and I would definitely do that. Then you get to get 22 points. That's okay. So he upgrades, Clarks gets 11, then he repeats that and gets 11 more. But actually it really doesn't matter because he's far behind on points, so it's really a desperate move. I understand it, and I would probably have taken it myself. Now comes my turn. I will go to, I have 6 points here. I will probably go to military 4. Yeah. So I just gain a lot of points and the worker. That's nice. So I have 13 resources, which is not great at this point because I can get to the end of the track here and then I can get further ahead here, but it's like, if nobody gets to, I mean, there are 2 left here, right? I can get the first one, but I need somebody to get this one to give me 2 resources. So right now, I think Fear No Equal is winning. I'm pretty sure he's winning and that I have not wasted, but not lived up to my full potential with all these civilizations. But let's see what happens. So Yathai, he's moving up here. Again, I don't understand why he's not trying to repeat the Tech 12. He seems to be able to do that. So he explores and that's fine, and he can do that for free. He can still, there's no pressure on him to go anywhere. But let's see, he still has, it's just expensive to gain that, but if he gets 4 resources, it's kind of not expensive. Okay, so Fear No Equal is moving up to Exploration 7, which has no landmark, so he's just exploring and getting a farm. Nice, the last farm, which was what we predicted. Yep. Complete district, 1 farm. So that is this one, yeah. And he chooses a food, yes. Oh yeah, he gets 2, because architects, when they finish a district, they get doubled the resources if there are at least this one income building and it's the same in the whole district. So 2 farms, the same kind of building, income building, and it's filled out. So if he does the same with this one, he gets 2 resources more. Yeah, that's nice. Especially for now it's red. So red is not gone to Era 4 yet. So yellow moves up and repeats what exactly? Conquering. So he repeats this one and he will probably go for that one. No, he goes for the what? The what? Okay. That would, I don't know why he does that. Anyway. So now rebel should, he is not able to go to the last and claim the end of track. Green. He should go to military 5. And it does do that. Let's see, green. Now he must put, this doesn't really make sense. I don't even, he's conquering, yes. He's conquering down there, that's fine. Going for the benefit, claims 1 armory. Why is he claiming an armory? Oh yeah, yeah, he's claiming an armory. Sorry. He's putting it somewhere that's really doesn't really matter. He can't use it for anything at all. So I can't move up any further now. But I do have the possibility to go to exploration 2 and put down the culture. So I don't do that. Huh? Why do I not do that? Why do I not do that? That's kind of weird. That is weird. That is weird. Okay. So anyway, I don't know. I should have gone down here. I think I know why, and that's because I really can't afford to use too many resources here. If something happens, if somebody is kind of like playing overriding a tapestry card, doing something unexpected which would force me to do something else that will make me miss out on the T12. Also, I might want to go for the 5 VP here to get at the end. So I need to start moving up. I do that and I get 13 points. That's also an amount of points that is well understood. So now I overtake Yathai for the first time and 35 minutes, and I'm close to Fear No Equal, but he's still I must fear him as an opponent. So Yathai moves to Academy Research 7. I did not notice this move when I played it, so he should. Oh my god. Does he do it? He's conquering! That must mean he couldn't repeat this track. That's so weird. He's conquering. It's like he's given up on this game. I'm not sure what's going on for him. Okay, that's weird. Weird stuff. Okay, anyway. So, fear no equal. You're up. What you want to do? You can't go up. You want to save resources, so you can go to... You don't want to spend your last 2 food to go where exactly? You cannot go further there. You can go here, but does it make sense? Does it make sense for red to do so? No, it doesn't really make sense. It wouldn't get... He needs to go to area 4. But he doesn't. He goes there and uses a resource for that. He's inventing. So, red. What are you doing? Okay, you're trying to... You choose Corn Tower, so you can get 2 by going there in last era. Or maybe going up there. Yeah, maybe that's why. Okay. So it makes sense. Okay, so he chooses this one, so he can upgrade it now. And on check 5, can upgrade it again. Put down the landmark. Give me some valuable resources. And himself, he will get 2 resources. And he will get 6 points for that when it comes to his income era. Okay? So, anyway. Fear no equal is inventing, and he's done inventing, and another card shows. Fine. Okay, so now it's 35 minutes ago. I'm really, he can do whatever he wants. I mean, I really have no clue what I would do if I were him. So let's see what he does. I would say science, maybe no. Nah, that doesn't really make any sense either. But it's alluring to go for these kind of plays, so maybe he will. Yeah, he will. So he puts down. That's kind of boring. But he goes to... He puts down and gets a resource or whatever. Yeah, complete district. That's fine. Good for him. But as you can probably know, if you can probably hear it from my voice, I don't expect him to win. I don't expect him to get more points than me. The same for Rebel. So right now I'm going like, I think I will overtake Yasai because he has almost no resources left. So now I'm basically saying, am I going to be first or second? I have a lot of civilizations. So Rebel moves upwards here, and he has a lot of food, so that makes sense. And that's perfect for me because that forces red to move on further ahead of this on this track. Also, Rebel, where are you? Rebel hasn't got any food tiles. If he had, not food tiles, tech tiles. No. What's it called? Coin tiles. If he placed a coin tile, he would get to 2 coins here. Hey, Australian, you're back. Good news or bad news? Good news. I don't know how long. I think you went away when I first upgraded the civilization here, so I got 1 more. Then I got sort of an invention card where you can repeat the square, which is getting another civilization. I did that a few times. So now I have 6 civilizations, and more are coming in, which means I get a lot of different kind of benefits. The best one is historians. To sum up, whenever people are reaching one of these landmark steps of progress on the tracks, I gain 2 resources and 6 VP. That's a lot of resources. So that would gain me approximately 15. Ooh, 210? 492? That's your personal best? Nice. 210, is that... Now we are talking just a moment, all other viewers that are watching the game, we are talking sim racing now. 210, is that good for Bathurst? You haven't... No, I know. Yeah, 2 hours. Oh, have I been... I need to end this soon, but I will do so. So 210, is that good? Is that GT3? Anyway, so basically Historians has turned around my game, and Rebel is exploring. He cannot get to track 12 yet. And 210 is pretty good. Nice, very nice. I need to check out my time, I guess. So he is claiming one house in trains. Yeah, so he puts down a territory tile, which gives him a house. That's fine. Nice for him. Okay, let's go to my turn. Is now that I should really go to I go to neuroscience 10, because then I need to move backwards a step, and I will do that. I get 4 VP from utilitarians. I need to move one. I need to position this this laboratory. I put it here, since that will give me the most capital mat scorer. I gain an extra. I get a resource because of my utilitarians other bonus. So I choose a culture because I want to get further ahead. And now I go one back on to electronics. That means when I go to electronics, I can now repeat this. I can now take a circular benefit, which means I can take this one assembly line, and their circle benefit is a square benefit. And that square benefit, the only one I can do here is the civilizations. Let's do that, shall we? So now, because of the infiltrators, I get to choose from 3 different civilizations. Urban planners, no way. I have never ever learned to play those, but it basically you collect landmarks and then you can put them back down on the track, back down on the capital mat, then you score for whatever is like they have to be attached to each other somehow. No. So collectors, you have to put, instead of positioning on the capital mat or on the board or something, you have to position stuff on the collectors and gain resources by doing that, and an amount of VP in the end of the game. That's not a good civilization for me at this point. That would have been better to begin with. Recyclers, you get to upgrade one more time. So I would actually get 3 upgrades, but not so much a bonus for me. And I'm at the end of the tech track, so then I could choose to start from the tech track, but I'm not planning on doing so because I don't need any markets. I need farms and armories. Okay, so basically recycle is not for me. So I choose the best of the 3 cards, and that's collectors. Okay, so now I have 7 civilizations, and I get to upgrade. So I tried actually to upgrade this one and use the track again, but I couldn't do it. So I upgrade this one now because I don't get to repeat it, which means I get to repeat a circular benefit. So I take a food, I think. Yeah, I take a food. Wow. So I'll just go to low fuel motorsports and just check out my fastest time. So there's just a small break here. Very short break because that's the track stats. I'm just checking Bathurst. Bathurst, that's oh, I didn't do it. I haven't been, I can't see it. Okay, sorry about that, average Australian. I can't see my time here. I need to go into a Assetto Corsa competition to do that. But I thought mine was like 2:04 or something, but it might be 2:14 then. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's move on with this. Yathai is, yeah, he can do whatever he wants because he is no threat to me. He moves up here. And he gets, yeah, he gets whatever. Yeah, he gets a house, and he gets the last house. That's fine. That's nice. Did I say he couldn't get that? At some point I said that he couldn't get it. That's my bad. He could get it, and he does get it. And he puts it somewhere. Yeah. So fear no equal is now going into error. He should go into error. Yeah, he does. He plays Boast of Superiority, which is not a great one. Yeah, I can't press anything. He just gets 8 points for that, but no resources or anything, because he's furthest ahead on 2 tracks, on the military track. Okay, the usual pace is 200 to 204. I think I have 203 then. So 210 is pretty good for you, or just in general? Because if it was GT4, I think it might be good. I'm not sure. Or is it just it's good for you because you haven't practiced that much or something like that? I'm a bit unsure. So Fiannoic he will do what? Let's see. Okay, he's just taking income now. Okay, so he is actually getting 12 resources in era 4, which is very, very bad for him. He should have gotten to more resources, and that's because he has only explored 2 tracks really. So it's to be expected, but that means I almost have more than him just by staying where I am. Okay, so now we are getting close to somebody's end game here, really end game. But 35 minutes has a long way to go still. So 35 minutes, what do you do? I really don't know. I think he goes to science 9 and then he moves off the military track. Yes. And 35 minutes, he does what? He hasn't got any armories, so he has, yeah, he got the last armory, sorry about that. And then he tries to fill out something, but yeah, it's just, you should go for this position. Anyway, and that's it for him. Rebel, he should move up the exploration track. He does so. And he puts down, he gets some bonus, but he has no more income building, so that's finished soon. And then that's my turn. So now I go to Cavalry 5. No, I don't, because if I did that, I would have nothing to conquer. So I go to Exploration 2, of course, to explore one of my areas. I go up here, and why do I place it here? I do that because Yethai is going into next era soon, and he will not be able to play anymore. So when I attack him, he cannot defend himself. So I will get a free bonus. I will get a free attack for him. And when yellow, maybe at some point soon, goes out of resources and goes to era 5, I can attack him, and then I will get 10 BP for toppling 2 opponents. Okay. So I have a Tapestry card here I can pay for. Do I want to pay for it? No, I don't. Okay. So now Yethai is going into era 5, and he cannot really do much. He gets something, he claims the stock market, he puts it down on this thing here. Should do so, yes, and then he gets some resources and stuff like that. He does. Oh yeah. Thank you for putting down a landmark, because that meant I got 2 resources there, and the landmarks on the invention cards also counts. So I get that, and if he does that, I get that, and I'm a happy camper here. Okay, so now he ends his game with 197. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for watching, Australian. Nice to talk with you, chat with you. So Yethai is at 197. That is actually not that bad. It's okay for a 5-player game to go to approximately 200. So fear no equal, he goes up and attacks the exploration track. Let's see, he places a structure. Is this anything special? Nah, he's just building up some more capital mat score. And preparing, of course, for the last landmark of the game, which is what's it called? The launch pad, rocket launch pad. So that's combined with this one will give him a decent capital mat. Mine is not very good.
And let's see, so 35 minutes ago is applying a bonus. What is it does? What does he do? I mean, he just goes up the exploration track here. That's do whatever. And he claims a farm and position it. And where does he position it? Doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. Rebel moves up, but he's exploring. He's going to 9. He's getting a worker. He can't really do much. So now he can only... What can he do now? Rebel, he can only move up. He can only move up here. If Rebel had... Let's see. If he had a yellow coin, he could have gone to the last bit of the track there. Couldn't. Now it's my turn. Now I go to Cavalry 5. And I can instead of attacking, instead of conquering, I could put it on the collectors, but I won't do it. I will attack this next, and I will get a culture. Now a worker. Claims 1 armory. Why do I claim an armory? Oh yeah, that's the next. Oh, sorry. And I get a resource for that, and that will be our culture. So now it's fear no equal. We are approaching the absolute end game now. He goes to exploration 9, and as you can see, he can get to exploration 10, which makes me once more a happy camper. Fear no equal exploring, and that's fine, and everything's good, and he's exploring anywhere, so he gets, not sure why he does that. He gets only 3 points. Why does he get, oh yeah, 3 points. Yeah, that's fine. But he gets a food, and that's important, so he can now go to exploration 11 and get space tiles, which is great. And it's these bonuses, I mean, he's not so far up here. You can only get 3 points for that, but 10 points for three tiles. So I don't really care about yellow anymore, so he does what he does. He has everything here. He's actually only have 5 income buildings left, which is better than anybody else, so he should be proud of himself for doing that. Getting to 143 is also good. So Rebel, he moves up, the only thing he really can do, and gets a tapestry and claims a house, and yeah, pretty much out of moves now. I will go to gunpowder, and I will attack, and I will select the worker. That's nice. So I just keep on doing this stuff, and I get, what did I get there? No, I got a tapestry card. What did I do with that? I just drew it. I got maybe a trap card, right? And I pay, of course, to get rid of this one here to place it. And I try now to get one more column. Also, yeah, there's a few mistakes in the music here and there, not many. It's more like just ambience, background ambience. My own music for 25 years ago, where I just improvised a bit. Fear no equal is the next player, and he has gotten to... what is he doing? He's going, of course, up here. Must place a structure. Now he gets the launch pad. He will put it down here. Or down here? No, down here, of course. Nice. He doesn't do it. What is he not doing that for? I don't know. I don't get that. Anyway, I mean, he cannot pay for bonus, so he didn't have it. Okay, that's fine. That's basically not much he got from that. But he is still 54 points ahead of me. No, that was okay. I thought it was fear no equal. It was fear no equal. This is just, now he's just ending his game. Yellow. So he got to 190. 197. Now it's Rebel. He also goes to era, and he gets to 143. Not surprisingly, he has the lowest score. That's too bad for him, I think. But there was a few mistakes along the way, and sometimes it's just hard playing a 5-player game. Okay, so I could go to 7 here. I won't do it because I can't really use it and it costs a lot, and that's not worth it for 1 point. So now I go to 11 here, science 11, and I go to tech 10, and I go to nanotechnology tech 11, where I repeat the square and gain another civilization. I can choose from 3. Actually, there are 2 very good here. The Chosen, they are better in a later version of the game, so I'm not sure. I'm actually unsure what happens if I choose this one. Futurists are also better in the later versions of the game, because this one of each resource. Okay. I should have chosen this one. Jesus Christ. I just read it now. Do not gain benefits. So I advance 4 along. I mean, that would make sense maybe to do so. I'm not sure. Okay, let's say it did make sense. Then I would get 4 resources. In later games, this has been turned down to 2 resources. And you don't need to move forward on tracks. So advance on each track. So every track. Okay, no, fine. I don't want that anyway. So I go with isolationists, where I can get a resource when putting down a conquest action, and also an extra resource. Also, if territories are attached to each other and I control them, I get some bonus for that. So I will do that. Okay, so you may upgrade, and I upgrade so I can repeat. And now repeat this one, military. And I think I attack, yeah. And I put down, an isolationist token. And then I gain some resources, and I choose culture and coin. And then I could take the tapestry and put it in a collector's tile, and I will do that. And then I get another culture, and then I can pay. And I get to position another armory there. And I pay 3 inventions to get 10 points. Then it's Fear No Equal. He goes to Exploration 11, gets 3 space tiles, and that's actually very good for him. He cannot use this one with the farm, but he can use the military one. He cannot use the military one, no. He can get 13 points, so that's nice. So he gets 13 points. That's nice. So he's at 212. So still somewhat ahead of me. Now I go to check 12. I gain 5 points, and I get 4 resources, and I get to start on military. I was wondering to go to exploration because I needed a lot of exploration, but as you will see, that is no problem for me somehow. Okay, so now it's Fear No Equal. He goes up here and tries to take a few more of these houses. So he can choose to advance on the military track, which is probably he will do that. So now he has also the opportunity to go and take another house there. Maybe he can, I don't know. Can he fulfill? Yeah, he can get a house there, then he can get 1 resource, and that 1 resource he can spend on T5 by upgrading, and then he can get this one upgraded, and then he can get 2 resources for that. That's so nice for him. So that's what he's going to do, I think, if he's smart. So I go up here, and I think for now I can attack for free this one. So I will do that. And I gain a resource. I could have been unlucky and got a question mark. And then I would have a free research, which I wouldn't really be able to use for much. So I get 10 VP for toppling. And then I choose a culture here. Everything's good. I have 14 resources, almost as many as when I started the era, right? So there's crazy stuff happening. Also, he goes to Tech 5 as predicted. He will grab, I guess, a house. He grabs a house. Yes, and places it here and chooses a resource. And he uses that resource to upgrade. And he puts down the structure that he upgraded. This one, he upgraded the corn tower and puts it down here and gets 2 resources, which is going to be a food and a food. So he can go to exploration 12 if he likes to do that. Not sure he should do that anyway. Okay, so now I can go to whatever I like almost. So I go to I want to get 3 of these farms, so I do that, and I will position it somewhere here so I get the column straight. And so now what does he goes to exploration 12, and he will explore the space tile and get 12 points, and that's nice. So he gets to 224 points in area 4. That's very nice of him, for him, not of him, but for him. I go to navigation 4, and I get a tile which I position on the map tile, territory tile, which I position on the card here. Gets another culture, or do I take a food? I can't remember. Culture. And then I explore and get a food. That's nice. So again, I have 15 resources now because I got the advantage of his corn tower there for the historians. If you're not equal, may upgrade a technology. Yes, and he can conquer something. He does that, and he will not take the resource. Oh, he ends his game. Okay, that was pretty quick here. Upgrades has no valid targets. Oh, he couldn't attack anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He had already used his outposts, so that was a wasted action. Okay, so he's at 288, and I can already now just do some math, and I can consider myself the winner of this game. So, average Australian is probably not back yet. Are you? But if you were, you will see me win in a few moments. So I still have a lot of resources. So for now, it's just me playing. And I move up the military track, and now I get a Tapestry card, which I will put down here on the... Didn't I do that? Yeah, I did that earlier. Sorry about that. So everything's good. I choose not to... I declined the bonus, so I didn't get it last because I will get it at military 5. So now I keep moving up here, and I just go on attacking and putting down isolationist tokens and claiming resources. My turn again, funny enough. Now I go up and gain 4 points and a single worker. Now it's my turn again. I go to cavalry. Now get the last. Yeah, I attack again, and I put down the last. Second last isolationist token. And I choose another resource C, and I get to position the last one there. So see, I now have 14 resources, and I've been like just playing multiple turns. Now go to science 12, get 4 points for doing that, and I get to go to military. I get to go further ahead. I will do that. I'll go to military 7. And I cannot move further on here, so I get 5 points for that. Maxed out. I get 5 points more for going that. Maxed out. And I get... I don't think I will do that. I decline that one. Let's see about that. Yeah. Yeah, I declined that one. It just doesn't really show. Okay, so now I go to ships 5, I think. No? Warplanes. And I think I attack again. I go for the farm, but it's I'm unlucky and don't get it. But I get some more resources. So now I'm down to 11 resources, which is not great. Yeah, and now I go up here and I secure a house and I secure some, yeah, some VP, 8 VP for controlled territories. Farm, put down there. Also, 227 points. And I go to tunnels. And everything's good. Farm will be put down here, I think. Can't really do much anyway. Now I have two to go. So I explore and I just put down that one. So now I go to... I hope I will get something good, but I don't. So I put down this one. And as you can tell, I'm not really interested anymore because I know I'm going to win, but I'm still pursuing this. So I go to exploration 7, so I can get a farm, the second last, and when I upgrade I get the last farm, and then I have all my income buildings. And I pay 2 to get 5, 2 territory tiles to get 5 points. So I'm now at 245, which is now just need 33 points, no, 43 points, 10, 20, 30, 41, I win. Okay, so now I can't do anything else. I go to income turn. I have multiple things to choose from. I use I just upgrade and put it down here. And then I think, yeah, now that was the inventors. Now I can use the aliens, explore a tile. I will overpay this one, but it's actually not good because I gain a territory, I gain a tapestry tile, then I get VP for and I try to cancel because I try to override it, but in Area 5 you cannot override your tapestry card. Yeah, so it kind of wasted. Gain 8 VP though. Here I gain 7 VP. And then it's spies. I had to consider that a lot, but I ended up going for this one, clocks. So the invention, repeating an invention. Tech card, I mean. So I get 12 VP for that. I get to look at our neighbors' tapestry cards, and then I get to upgrade technology. And I upgrade the concrete and get 5 VP for that. And with the last, I get some VP for 3 VP for collectors because I got 2. That's not much. And isolationist, I get 10 because I got to have 3. Not sure where they are though. 1, 2. I'm not sure. 3? No, 2. 2 in these 2, or yeah, these 2. So basically, I got to 390 VP. That is 100 more than my opponent, Fear No Equal. That's a lot. So the power of getting a lot of civilizations is that you just really You get a lot of more options, and the historians was so overpowered, so weird that this first version did that. I mean, I can't remember. I think it's actually like that, but they changed the outcome. They changed so you don't get 2 resources, you get to exchange. Here you don't get 6 VP, you get to get a free research without bonus on benefits, and here you get to exchange a tapestry card for an invention. So it's kind of a different setup. So this one, and somewhat also utilitarians, and especially the inventors, got me to my goal. I could probably, I think I would have won anyway, right? But still, no way to tell. I got every one of my houses. I got a pretty okay looking capital map, not compared to either Yethai or Fear No Equal, but it was okay. So you can't see that, but you can see that we are here in a tournament where this is elimination, right? So you start with a lot of 22 board games being played, 20 in the next round, 16, 12, 10, 8. So the next up is step 7 will be 6 and stuff like that. And if I make it all the way through, I'm in a final with just 1 game, where the winner will be the winner of the tournament. I've never ever have I have not won. But see here, 390 VP. Let's check a look at when was the last game with that amount of points. So we are just basically scrolling down to find a high score of more than 388 or something. So, as you can see, 381. Still does not go as high as me. A lot of games not being completed. That's the low points you see. 339, 361. Good. 337. I think this is the best game of the tournament. I might use that as the headline for the YouTube video. Best game of the tournament, highest VP of the no. Okay, so I will. But see, there's a lot of games here, and nobody has reached a higher score than me. Yeah. That was all the games. That's actually fun to know. This is by far the highest. This is and that's fun because if you take a look at when it started, tournament. So I'm not sure who's Tapestry. Okay, so how many players are participating? Current number. Let's see, registered participants. That's kind of a lot, right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Above a little less than 100 players. Londonman is by far the most, 619. But you see, I am. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here. So the best is here, and then it's rated to the right. So first, second, third. So I'm here. I'm over here still. Good. So if you take a look at the tapestry here, I can tell you that this is all-time scores. So Richard West and stuff like that is at 700. But if you just scroll a bit down here, you'll see I'm at 66, and you can just keep on scrolling here, and you will find out that when you get to 100, that's probably when the active players are starting to, then there's no more active players, right? So this can go on for a while, just showing that being in top 100 is not just something you just do. It's not like there's 300 active players. There are more than 1,000 active players at least. So I think that's okay. I can go on, but there will be more and more down here because you can see it counts slower and slower and slower. So a few thousand players. Anyway, I can also show you that I got 6 elo from that, and yeah, so that's nice. I can't see my statistics because I'm not premium right now, but still. Now I have been talking for way too long. Way too long. Almost 3 hours. I will turn down the music. I will turn down the music here. Just 1 second. So, and yeah, okay. So like that. And I will now just finish off and saying what a nice game. What a nice game. And what a nice score. And thank you for watching. I don't think anybody will be watching to the end. I think that it's only me that is so interested in this. I will be posting this link and the 2 other games I've been going through. I will be posting them on the BoardGameArena Tapestry forum for anybody to watch. Watch and learn. It's not every game that goes like this for me, but it's okay. You win some, you lose some. Okay. Thank you for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching your average Australian. I appreciate it. Get something to eat. Get some good lap times. See you on the sim racing stuff. And bye for now.